Gee Willikers back, Greg. Will our grappling hooks be able to scale that building? We're going to be late for our show.
Oh, man. Oh, the old Batman intro. The one that was used to dupe old Greg.
Yep.
Man, that was our last live episode. Was your wedding celebration, your bachelor party?
Yeah, what a surprise! Thank you guys again for that. That was amazing.
Our fake intervention. The problem is I had reached the limit of my video uploads, and so to keep that in my little design bar, I had to get rid of our Flintstones one, but I'll bring it back. Bring it back.
Gotta have the Flintstones back.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. I still have it. It's on my computer. Let's check in with the chat, see who's here already. Andy the Collector's ready to go at 10:54. That's about 6 hours earlier than Andy normally wakes up during the day.
Right. He's going back to bed, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I love when Andy is like, it's like 4:03 in the afternoon. He's like, "Good morning, everybody." And I'm like, I got one more hour of work left, and then I'm off for the day.
Yeah.
But if I was living the rock star lifestyle that Andy is, I'd probably get up at 4 in the afternoon. We got Brian Carr. Brian Carr is here. Brian, good morning, Greg and Mark. I got a package from Brian this week, unexpected.
Me too.
I told him, I owe him some money. I told him not to ship it until I paid, and he went ahead and shipped it. Andy says, time to make Mark cry and start errands. You know what, Andy? I think I'm going to make you cry today. We've got Elemental Crafting here. What's up, guys? Joe, we need to know your last name. Greg and I do not know your last name.
I think it's Mama.
Oh, look at that.
Bad joke. Sorry.
Joe Mama. Good morning. Good morning. Only 6. You're being kind. Oh my goodness. I'm sure so. Oh, we got Dub 3.
William
Good
Wallace.
Morning, guys.
How's
it going? Man, I got to see some good friends this past weekend. Last weekend, you guys know we did a pre-recorded episode, and it was pre-recorded because I was out of town. I was in Atlanta. I was kicking it with all the peeps at Joe Fest, which was a lot of fun. I'll show off some of the. So this is me and my heterosexual life mate, Randall. We've been friends for about 20 some odd years now. This is Glowman. Long story. I won't go into it here. But we went to Joe Fest, where we got to see our other great buddy, Jason. He works at a toy shop called Destro's Toy Den, and they're at every Southeastern toy convention in the world. He's such a good friend. I first met him as a fan of my artwork. He came up to my table just randomly at Heroes Con. We struck off that kicked off like a 10-year friendship. Like, I love this dude. He's one of my besties. We have another friend that lives named Dan, who lives in Atlanta. We stayed with him. So we're the 4 Musketeers, but, Dan wasn't able to go to the toy show because he was a little under the weather, and him and his family were heading out of town that evening for the Georgia Bulldogs Alabama game, which Georgia lost. But got to see some other friends. Look at this, my buddy Snowy, making it snow with the snowman. Look at this. Some of you may not recognize this guy, but I bumped into this bum hanging out there. Robo, we love you.
Good
and
dude.
then on the way home, we stopped off in South Georgia and hooked up.
Celebrity right there.
Hooked up with the V-Dog. Look at that. Look at that timely shirt he was wearing. Mythic Legion's RPG playtester.
That's
that's going to be a vintage shirt.
Yeah.
A collectible item. Right. Maybe he meant the board game, because it's got a dice. It's got that dice logo. Maybe it's the board game and not the video game that was unceremoniously canceled this week, to much of a lot of people's chagrin. It's okay. I hadn't backed it. I kind of figured it was vaporware. I didn't think that thing was coming out. I was like, if this game does come out, I'll be surprised. But hey, speak of the devil, there's V-Dog right there. Good morning, guys. I just wanted to say I am at the fair. Have a fun show. What he isn't telling us is that he is actually featured at the fair. You can pay money to go into a little tent and see Charles. He has a talent. I'm not going to say what it is.
Just don't feed him. Don't feed him.
You're not allowed. You can't bring in food, but they do have one of those little machines where you put coins in and then you turn it and like little pellets come out. You can feed him those.
Right.
But don't, or they have a little cup of carrots for like $2.
Bad jokes. So
yeah, that's what it is. That's his talent.
Hear all the bad jokes.
That's his talent. That's his talent right there. I know I'm in for a treat when I get a little text and I look down and it says Charles and it says, "Hey, Mark, what's the quietest food you can eat?" I'm like, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm like, I have no idea, Charles. Dude's got some jokes. At least we did get great figures from the video game.
Right.
That we did.
Absolutely.
That we did. Hey, yeah, because the Four Horsemen know how to deliver some figures. Yes, Dub3 says at least we got the figures. Yes, exactly. Charles, have a good time at the fair. What do we got lined up for today? Let me check my notes. Oh, we're going to be doubling down on Star Wars The Black Series. You're like, Star Wars The Black Series? There's no Black Series news this week, except for they're going up in price to $27.99. No, that's not what we're going to be talking about. Let's see. I do want to mention Steve Make. Oh, at Joe Fest, I got to see Steve and his lovely wife. They didn't have their son with them. They didn't have their kids with them. So I did see him. So I did cross Joe Lanta off of the list here. And then as you can see, the next time he will be out in person is October 19th at QuadCon in St. Charles, Missouri. If you're in that area, please go by and stop by. Steve was holding out on me, man. He had some stuff up, and I'm gonna show it off today. He had some things up for sale that are not on his website, and I was
okay.
You didn't let me know this. Also, I'd like to let everybody know that Steve told me this was going to happen about a month ago. He said, I've been contacted by somebody who is getting out of Mythics, and they are selling a massive, massive Mythics lot with a lot of really good early wave figures. And he's like, I'm in negotiations to buy them. And he did buy that lot, and he did have some of those figures at the show. But what I'm going to say is if you want to see what he has, you're going to have to catch him at a show, because I don't think he's putting these up on his website. So if you know Steve, contact him if you're looking for something hard to get. He might have it, because he did buy a big Mythics lot. His show space, I will say, the Articulated Empire show space was pretty large. It was the largest spread I've ever seen him have at a show. And that makes me very happy. And also, we learned this week that he is going to be in the main hall at Legions Con. He's not going to be in the hallway, but somebody who will be in the hallway is our own, this guy over here.
Yes. Booth 92. Table 92, I mean.
Table 92. You can come by. He'll lift up the little curtain in the front. You can see his feet for a small price and take pictures of it.
Absolutely.
That's right. So that's what's going on. Let me get back to the chat.
We're available.
Let's see here. Andy says, be a scared and be very a scared of me. A scared me and Dub are on the same brain. Okay. Hey, Andy, go have some coffee and come back to the chat. There you go. Yeah, no, I get it. I know what he's saying. So let's just jump right in to the show today. What do we have up first? We have up first. You know what, Charles? You know what Charles told me? He was like, hey, I sent you 2 versions of that After the Messages thing. You only play one of them. And I was like, that's the one I like the best. And he was like, why don't you ever play the other one? I don't know, Charles. I don't know why, but I like this one. This is the one that sounds the best.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, we are in October, so it is the spooky season. I love the month of October. It's my favorite month of the year. 2 of my kids' birthdays are in October. My wedding anniversary is in October. Lots of really cool things happen in October, and it's my favorite holiday, Halloween. So I am ready to celebrate the month of October and Halloween. And so I'm going to try to make sure that all of the cartoons, the commercials, maybe even the toy ads, everything I can, that's what you guys have come to know and love at Double Jointed. It's all spooky related. That's what I'm going to try. So we got some spooky cartoons for you this morning to kick off those spooky childhood memories. Here we go.
Where are you going for your next car? The creepy cruisers are here. I'm dealing. Customer.
I'm just looking.
No problem. Twist and shout. Then you get out. Each sold separately. I love this car.
Not a bad impersonation by
No,
the,
I was thinking that too. That was pretty good.
by the narrator there. Did you have any of the Beetlejuice toys as
I
a
did
kid?
not. No, I don't think I knew they existed.
Really? Man,
about you?
I did. I loved them, and I got to tell you, I mixed them in with my real Ghostbusters Fright features because it
Oh,
was
that's
pretty
good.
much the same. It was all like all of these figures were just like I think the people at like whoever made the Ghostbusters figures like we got to get on this Beetlejuice train
Mhm.
and we'll just do the Fright features. Yeah, I had a lot. I had like a little graveyard play set that I remember that Beetlejuice would pop up out of. We'll probably take a look at that again here in a little bit. Here's another one for you.
Ready for a scare? You must meet Crypt Keeper.
Greetings, Frank Fang.
Crypt Keeper, come back and meet my friends.
Hello, boils and ghouls.
Why don't you offer your fiends something cold and wet? Yes, I think that's exactly
I wonder
what
if that was a
little
Gaspar
fiends
sausage.
need. Crypt Keeper, you're the host with the most. The most rotting flesh, that is. 12-inch talking Crypt Keeper from Ace.
So again, this is that 80s, you know, that thing that happened in the 80s when they would just make stuff that was like so inappropriate for kids. Like,
Right.
you know, like Tales from the Crypt was not, I mean, that was like, I remember that came on like late night HBO, didn't it?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't
Nothing-
like little kids shouldn't have been watching that.
No, nothing about that says for kids.
The funny thing is I had downloaded, if you go on YouTube, you can download like these 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour blocks of just like stuff, like just commercials and like TV shows. And I downloaded one of these really big ones and I was watching it. And like it was so funny because like there'd be like a Jim and the Holograms would be on, right? So like it's a cartoon mainly focused, you know, towards young girls. And so it's like that cartoon and maybe a Halloween episode of that. And then it would go right into like a Michael Myers Halloween commercial, you know, like that's rated R, right? Like that would be in the commercial break. It was like Halloween 2 coming this fall, starring, you know, Donald Pleasance. And, you know, it's like, you're like, Jesus, like you just went from like Jim and the Holograms, like straight into a rated R hardcore, like nudity slasher film. Like there was no chill in the 80s. Like they did not,
They didn't care.
there was no synergy into what they were advertising versus like what was, you know, it was crazy. It'd be like, oh, here's the spooky McDonald's hamburger commercials that come in those little buckets. And then the next commercial would be like, coming soon to a theater near you, Jason, Friday the 13th, part 4. You know, it's you're like, wait a minute, like this isn't appropriate
They
programming.
did not care. They
They
did
not care.
Come on, Creepy Crawler Group Nandos. This is no time to be hanging around.
Group power is their energy source. Now they're charged and ready for action.
Gotta get the magic make away from Guggenheim.
With Shockeroach, Squirminator, and Spooky Goopy by my side, I will control the creepy crawlers forever!
Creepy Crawlers action figures each sold with a bonus mold to make weapons in your Creepy Crawlers workshop. Sold separately from toy.
Now, I do think that was a pretty cool idea. I never had any of these figures,
I've
but
never heard of them.
but did you see like each one comes like a little mold where you can make other little things out of like the creepy crawler like play sets? Like it was this like Play-Doh or something? It would come with something you
No.
can make your own like monster parts.
They look pretty cool though.
It's pretty dope.
Like guts or something.
Yeah, man. Let's see here. Brian Carr says $1 sandal picks from the table. $2 will get you those sandals slid off. Just letting you know.
It's going down.
It's going down. William Golden, morning, guys.
Morning. Good morning.
Paul Morales, hello, everybody.
What's up, Paul?
Andy says he's had, I had my 2 coffee. I think I know what that means.
That says a lot right there.
Let's see here. Terrence, good morning, sir. Good morning. You working today, buddy? Let's see. Freaks Figures just left Mod Squad. Yes, thank you, buddy. Thanks for showing up. I just subbed to him
Appreciate
this
it.
week on Instagram. So I caught one of his shorts where he's just sitting in front of the camera and talking. That was pretty cool. Oh, my character look is actually based on Crypt Keeper. Yeah, okay. Terrence was know how all the swig handlers out there in the world. I have completed exactly one swig custom, and it is for Heinrich, and it'll be at the show. I haven't done mine yet. I'm still trying to figure out.
Dude. It looked really good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. William Houston said a good Saturday morning to all. Oh, look who's here. Hello. Art by Ackerman. Curtis, I don't know if you know this or not, but just letting you know, Greg will have a table at Legion's Con. It is table number 92. It's going to be in the hallway. You can come by, pay $1. He'll lift up the curtain in front of the table, show you his feet. Just letting you know. I did wear flip-flops, by the way, to the show, and I got to hug Curtis, and I asked him politely not to look down. But then Kevin Hamilton showed up, and he was also in flip-flops, so we showed off some Hamiltoes.
Hamiltoes.
Yeah, Brian says Tales from the Crypt was not for kids, nor is it for me at any age. Oh, dude, another commercial I saw which was awesome was like Elvira. Like, do you remember? Like, all of us have Elvira memories, but like, come on, like, so not appropriate for kids.
No, but I loved that stuff as a kid. I loved all the horror and all that.
Absolutely.
I didn't think this is not for me. I shouldn't be watching this. I loved it.
Absolutely, we didn't care. Yeah, exactly. Our parents didn't care either.
No.
I'm Gen X. We didn't need parents. How much to get you to put on socks? That's going to cost you.
I won't bring socks, so I don't know. I'll have to borrow some, I guess. We'll figure it out.
You should bring some of those socks that have the toes made into them.
Little
so you can
toes.
put your feet in your little pitties. Terrence says he's working until 4. Me felt English. That impossible. Yeah.
Like Bizarro.
Yeah. How are you guys not part of Legion's Ladies Live Facebook group? I don't know. I don't think we meet the requirements, right? Do you have to be a lady? I mean, I've been on Latin Legions. I'm also not Latin. I should try to get on. I did see Tanya at the show though. So she's doing great. Terrence says he was on there today, and they wanted me to invite a lot of you guys. Don't you love Legions? Don't you love ladies? Go love ladies, Legions ladies. Yes, yeah, I do. I love all of those things. But hey, he says, Chris Johnson says this time, please remember underwear.
That's important.
Yeah, you don't.
I forgot that last year. I was so excited that I forgot all my underwear, so I had to buy some at Target, and they don't have Greg size, so. Yeah, it was
borrow some of Andy's.
They were some little jockeys.
All right, let's get back to the design here. What am I looking for? What are we doing next? Oh yeah, it's Andy's favorite time of the show. All right, Andy, you need to pull your hair back, tie it up, roll your sleeves up. Got to see what you're going to do with this one. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I hope I make him cry today.
Oh, Blake, that costume is making me go webcore. Where'd you find it?
In my closet. It came with my Western saddle.
Whoa! Mountain face!
All right. Any guesses? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background on this. I was scrubbing through some old spooky cartoon episodes. I had no idea. I think I watched this show for like 15 minutes. I had no clue. I'm like, who is the main characters? What is the deal?
I had no guess.
What
at
is
all.
the setup for the show? What is this show? I didn't recognize anything about this whatsoever. I had to scrub back. I finally found the intro and I was like, I'm watching the intro. I'm like, I still don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. And then they finally hit you with the title card. And I'm like, yep, I never knew this was a cartoon. And he says it looks so familiar. You know what that means? He has no freaking idea. That's what this means. Uh-oh. Andy. Oh, Brian Carr is I just want to show everybody. Andy says it looks so familiar. AKA, I have no idea what this. He's probably furiously Googling.
He's not admitting
right
defeat,
now.
but
Brian says Drac Pack. Andy says Beverly Hills Teens. Anybody else want to venture any guesses while I roll the intro?
I'm from LA, but when this show came on, I probably turned it off and went outside.
You think so? Yeah. Curtis says you will need video graphic for when you stump Andy. Yeah, we will. We'll make one.
I believe he pulled that out of his ass at the last minute.
I don't even know why this came. Was this like aimed towards girls? Was this trying to capitalize on like the success of like Beverly Hills Cop? I don't. What's the tie-in here?
What's the demographic for that? I don't know.
I don't even know the premise of the show. Was it like Scooby-Doo, Andy? Did these kids just go on misadventures and try to figure out crimes or whatever that was happening in Beverly Hills? Probably not a high crime rate in Beverly Hills, I'd imagine. Andy says, my sister liked this one, so I let her watch it until G.I. Joe and Transformers came on. Yeah. Yeah, Brian says there's no chance I watched that show in the 80s. Me either, dude. I had no idea. Dude, I was like 16 minutes into the intro, still didn't know. Like, they're singing, and I'm like, I have no idea what the name of this song is. Like, I don't know where we're going. And then I was like, oh, it's something about Beverly Hills is all I got. And then it came on, and I'm like, no, I have no memory. This is not stored in any of the memory banks here at Saturday Morning
I can't believe he guessed that. How did he know that?
Dude, Andy's a machine. Freaking machine. All right. Let's get into it. What's up next? Oh, I know what we're going to do next. We're going to do this. We're going to do wish list. Turning back the clock, turning back the pages. We are going to jump into check this out. Wanted to theme it with Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times. You know what happens. And here is a Beetlejuice ad. Now, I did not have all of these guys, but I did have some of them. And I want to see in the chat if anybody can catch the Mythic Legions Easter egg. In this, on this page, there is something that alludes to Mythic Legions and what we'll be talking about today. If this was a happy accident, it was not planned. But when I saw this ad, I was like, oh, that's fun. Little Mythic Legions tie-in, little bonus points for Andy. But yeah, I did not have this card. This card was featured in the commercial that I played. I didn't have this card. I did have number 5. I did have that Beetlejuice, number 5. I had a couple of these other figures, but that's the playset back there, number 8 that I was talking about that I had. So what happened is the purple part at the front, you pulled it forward and you could put a Beetlejuice figure in the grave. And I want to say that I don't remember if there was like a mechanism that like when you pulled it forward, the figure would pop up like this. Like I don't know if like he locked his feet in or something and something happened. I don't remember, but the sign also rocked back and forth. Yeah, Dub3 says, yeah, no idea that show existed. Yeah. Andy says the annoying part to get Beetlejuice from the movie and the cartoon, you had to be cut from. Yeah, you had to put number 5 and number 2 together. That's right. I did have number 2 because he had the circus head. I had some of these for sure. I had number 7, but yeah. You didn't have any Beetlejuice toys? Nothing.
No, I guess I just didn't catch these, but I would get the car. I like the chopper, the bike.
Of course.
I don't know what that's called.
Let's see. Number 1 is the Phantom Flyer. Sleek 3-wheeled ground vehicle that converts to flyer by folding down wings, detachable rear compartment, clacking front skull, figure not included. Look at the prices on that. That thing was $18.99, man. This must have been figures were popping.
Yeah.
The Vanishing Vault was $16.99. The Creepy Cruiser, that car was $36.99. I think that's the same price as the USS Flag, right? Was it?
It's pricey, man.
I think it's
that is pricey, dicey.
Oh, the Beetlejuice figure case. What is that? Holds up to 12 figures, not included. I don't think there were 12 figures in this line. We had Showtime Beetlejuice, Shish Kebab Beetlejuice. I never had, so I'll take him. Number 3. That's the one with the green pants on. Harry the Haunted Hunter, Spinhead Beetlejuice, Adam Maitland. Yeah, from the guy. Has anybody caught the Mythic Legions nod?
Oh, I just saw it just now.
Number 7 is Otho. Otho the Obnoxious. That's this guy right here. I definitely had him. He was the guy that kept walking around trying to he was like the wife's like interior decorator, best friend guy. He was like, I think I see mauve in this room. Like his name was Otho. Pretty nice little nod. I'm clearly not intentional, but yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Larry's Geeky World says, me and my brother each have the crib. So much fun. Yeah. William Golden, I'm just joking. Yeah, the Flag was $99.99. But I mean, can you imagine? Like that car is $37. Like the
that's insane. Yeah, that's a little overpriced.
When 80s toys, when every toy line had a collector's case. Yeah, absolutely. It's like the basic trapper keeper for all of your figures. But there we go. Wish listing it. Otho the Obnoxious. Transform Otho into a quivering wimp. Yeah, I definitely had this guy. That's one of my. Dang, I had that guy for a long time too, man.
Did you?
I did. I had him forever. Like he's like, I remember having being like in my teens and still having this thing somewhere.
Wow.
Before I had to get rid of it. One of our newest sections of the show that I love. It's called Remember This. Do you guys remember this?
Oh, yes. Love that.
These are the 1986 Hot Wheels crack ups, smash them, fix them right back, and smash them again. I had a ton of these. I just remember like scrolling through Facebook a couple weeks ago, and I saw this, and it was just like somebody just came out of nowhere and was like, you remember that? Like you had those, dude, like the little metal doors would like flip around. And man, once you did it 7 or 8 times, man, that the detent was so weak on it that it just stayed permanently crashed. You could rotate it around, but it wouldn't stay. Like I was like, once you broke it in, man, it didn't stick. You had some of these. Do you remember anything other than the police car?
There was like I thought there was an orange or a red car, like a race car. I think I had that one. I had this one. I love the battle damage thing, like with the He-Man.
That's what Brian just said. And this was Battle Armor Hot Wheels.
Yeah, right. I love that feature. I just thought it was so cool.
Yeah, man, I definitely had this police car for sure. And I want to say, yeah, you're right. There was like a red or an orange, like race car. I want to say that there was like a Jeep that I think I had. I just don't remember, man. I need to go look them all up and see which ones were out there. But yeah, this was definitely one of those things that What I'm trying to do with remember this is those toys that we forgot that we had, but they still exist in our memory, right? Like, you know, I think the first week I did this, I did the McDonald's Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like this flying saucer, dude. It was just those things, those childhood memories that are like lost in the recesses, or the cobwebs of our memory, but they're still there, right? It's really cool, man.
Absolutely.
I
And
remember
those
that.
old Hot Wheels are expensive nowadays.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they really are. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into our pickups. Right on time for the holiday season. I am going to say that all of my pickups, I would say, with the exception of 2 that are not toys, they all have something in common. They all have the Halloween theme of they're all wearing a mask. Pretty crazy. Didn't even realize that. The first thing I want to show off is I got this week, and I was totally surprised, even though I remember getting the email about it. But I got the email, filled out the form, totally forgot all about it. And then it showed up. And then I was like, what the crap? I got this in this week. I got a box from YouTube. And I was like, what in the world is YouTube sending me? I was like, I haven't gone viral. Like, we only have 3,000 subs. Like, I'm not getting a plaque, but I got this. Check this out. It's a clackboard.
That is super cool.
Or a clapboard, and it's dry erase. Gives a little YouTube marker, but I haven't even taken this out yet. I guess this is part of their partner perks program. Look at this. Damn, what happened? One of the bolts just fell off the back. This is some shoddy work right here. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, look at that. This is a little clackboard. It magnetizes together. It's really freaking cool. And I think YouTube. But I remember getting an email that says lights, camera, action. You scored a limited edition YouTube clapper board made just for you, value partners like you. This one of a kind item is our special thank you for all your hard work and creativity. We love to see your new clapper board in your next video. Show us the magic, show us the bloopers, and everything in between. Don't forget to tag in at YouTube creators or YouTube partner perks. So that was pretty dope. I was like, did a video go viral that I don't know about? Like,
Right.
Did we get over I told you guys before, I have a friend who posted a video. I think it was of his final ride on the Jaws ride at Universal before they closed it. And then they closed it. And then like over a year, I think he got over 1 million views on just that one video alone. And he had like 3 videos up. And just one day he gets a plaque from YouTube that's like, you've passed the 1 million mark on a video. And he got a plaque. And he was like, for what? And it was the Jaws video. It's my buddy who's over on the Yes Have Some podcast. So it's just, jeez, it's crazy how things can happen. But yeah, that's my first. It's not even a pickup. I didn't buy it, but I got it this week. So
I got our buddy Brian, who's in the chat, went to ToyCon. I was hoping to go, but wasn't able to. So he picked up a couple items for me. This figure, super hot, super in demand, I guess.
Yes,
everyone
Sir Enoch
wants it, Sir Enoch, and it is totally a must have. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, I opened him. I have him. I love him, and I thought, maybe in the future I'll grab another, but I don't know. Like, I have one. If I don't ever get another one, I'll be okay. The armor is impeccably painted. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't need to army build Templars.
Multiple looks, different heads, stuff like that. So yeah, I like to have one on a horse and then one on the shelf.
There you go. Well, let me get into some of my pickups from Brian, because Brian also picked me some stuff up from ToyCon. And I just want to give Brian a shout out, because while he was at ToyCon shopping, I was at Jolanta shopping, and apparently Brian was sending me like message after message after message. Okay, so let me back up. Bobby Valad made a post last week. He said, "Hey, if you guys are coming out to ToyCon, come by the table early. We have a lot of warehouse finds. We have a lot of like Wave 1, Wave 2 figures, some of the earlier boxed figures."
The electricians are here.
Okay, well, I can't. I tell him that I texted him all of the information and to do the outside stuff first. I knew it was going to happen. I knew the electrician was going to come. I even said, "Don't come until after 1 because I can't have you turn my power off." Anyway, so he's like, "Get to the table early. You want to get some of these early finds." I think I sent a list to John and Brian, and I was like, "If you guys get to the table, I would like any of these figures if you can track them down." And then Brian's just like sending me like message after message. "Here's what they have. Do you want this? Do you want that?" I didn't respond to any of them. I didn't know they were coming in. I even almost missed your New to Mythics live. Like I screeched in it right at the very ending because I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't focused. And so Brian was just like, "Well, I'm just going to buy these 2. They're on his list. I'm sure he'll want them." And he just bought them. And that was like so dope. Like he didn't even like, since I wasn't responding. So I really appreciate you, Brian, for doing that.
Great,
he picked me up 2 Valaverse figures. He got me the carded. This is the re-release of the Crimson Garrison Cavalry. I don't have this guy and I wanted him. So thank you, Brian, for grabbing that. And old school, look at this one I really wanted was Rollout. And this is the first release Rollout because he's in the box, not on the card.
Nice.
I am really, really happy. Both of these guys were in the same wave. But of course, this guy's the re-release came on the card. I don't care. I'm going to open them anyway. So Brian, dude, I need to get you paid for these.
He's MVP. He's a great dude. For sure. Yeah, he sent me as wedding gifts, Sir Andrew and a awesome Steel Knight.
Nice.
Which I love. So thank you so much for those. I appreciate it very much. Eric Miller in the house. Hey, Eric.
Oh, nice. Yep. Eric, how's it going, buddy? Let's see here.
Thank you, Brian, very much.
Andy says, "I have that mug in storage back in Indiana, Mark." Are you talking about this?
Maybe it's the same one.
Mando and Grogu. Yeah, Curtis says, "I'm giving away an Enoch next Saturday on my 2,000 subscriber giveaway." Yep, if you guys didn't know, Art by Ackerman, his channel hit 2,000 subs. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Wait a minute. I got something for you. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, I don't know my buttons. I just love doing that. That's for Curtis. That's for Curtis hitting 2,000 subs. I don't know why it only showers me on my screen. Maybe it's because I'm the host. I paid the bills around here.
That's right.
Congrats on Curtis getting that. And I believe he's giving away a bunch of stuff, but also he's giving away extra special stuff for channel members, which I am a channel member. So I'm glad to be. We love our Curtis. Let's see what's going on. Dub3 says he posted a short video on YouTube. Yes, he did.
He also commented that he's going to bring his Mr. C dial to Legion's Con. So I can't wait to see that amazing masterpiece.
Absolutely. Let's see. Is it me? You just, I got these this week in the mail. I know some of our guys in our chat have them. I ordered 2 because you got to have 2 of these dope looking guys. But man, yeah, I don't buy a lot of Black Series anymore, but those were definitely on the list to have.
Absolutely. I got this from Benny. He was at the show, and so Benny gave. I had a trade with Brian and a trade with Benny. So those 2 guys got together and grabbed me a couple of things from the table and sent them. Brian sent them. So thank you, Brian, and thank you, Benny. So I got Baradoc.
Nice.
I had this before and I traded it for an older figure that I wanted, but I wanted this back. So I got this again. Can't wait to put the Darla cape on this figure to make it a 10 out of 10.
I picked that up this weekend as well, but I picked that up for Charles. It was on his list of things he wanted, so I grabbed one for Charles. Let's just keep it with Star Wars. I just happened to randomly find this in my local Walmart. I never find Star Wars Black Series figures on the shelf anymore. Just doesn't happen. Not new ones that I don't have. And then B, I found it at Walmart, which also never happens. But I found Kamir, the Stranger, from the Acolyte. So I don't care what anybody says. I loved this show. I am sad it's not getting a season 2. And I liked Kamir in there, or the Stranger, as he was called.
Is that the only version, Mark, or is there different versions?
This is the only version, and he comes with the head, and you can see it's on a different neck peg, so you swap out the whole head and neck. Yeah, I'm not really happy about this plastic.
There's some
soft goods there, as you can see. There are soft goods, but I'm not a fan of that plastic.
Let me know. So I really like that character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking this plastic cape off, and if I have to buy like some, also, I don't see any paint on his lightsaber hilts. Maybe he didn't have any in the show. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. But listen, I can't. They at least give us 2 heads, one with the mask, one without. But
Black Series is not known for that these days.
Nope, and we're going to get into that a little bit later in the show in our double down.
I got a few extra Silver Knights, one from Brian and one from Benny. I can't recommend these enough. They're amazing figures, so much fun. The price, I think the table, they're like $35 and worth every single penny. If you love Knights, pick these guys up. They should be at all their forthcoming shows, I guess.
Yeah, very cool. This guy shipped from Hasbro, and I'm very excited because I definitely had this guy as a kid. This is Scorpion, the Cobra Desert Scorpion, and his pet Scorpion. And I just want to give a shout out to Hasbro for not making this Scorpion like battle armored or metallic or a robot, because this Scorpion is huge, as you can see. Like, it's massive. It's as big as the figure. The tail makes it even longer. It's just a Scorpion, and it's fully articulated. All the legs, the claws, the mandibles, the tail. So you can stick this guy in with your Mythic Legions. You can stick it in with like your Conan figures. Like, this Scorpion is going to be a hit across many lines. You can mix and match it into any of your mythical legions style knights and
adjacent
barbarians.
To many.
Mythic adjacents. That's right.
I got this in the mail last week.
Oh my gosh.
Cosmic Ox Crew line wave. Phenomenal.
Dude, I want really one of those Velox spears so bad, but I can't find anybody selling them.
Really, really, really good figure. I think the street date is the 15th.
Yeah. The street date's the 15th, and I have some pre-ordered with Steve over at articulatedempire.com. So I know that I'll be getting them. I would love to have one in hand now, though. Only because, or within this next week, only because you're going to be out next week getting hitched. And I'm going to have a guest on the show who's known for his out of this world antics. Who's going to be helping me with the show. And I would love to talk cosmics next week. And I'd love to have one in hand for that, but it's not in the cards. It's okay. I'll just look at pictures. Desert Scorpion was one of the best Joe figures from the 1990s. Yeah, I had him. I loved him. And I'm glad to have this one. Got a couple of Lucy's here to show off. Heinrich and I split this Thunderbolts 2-pack Marvel Legends. He kept Yelena, and I wanted Red Guardian because I love him. He is strong. I love this guy, and I want to show off. He comes with a different head. Check this out. Look at that. Like, I hope that's coming through. Like, it just looks so good. Yeah. Like, for a Marvel Legends mass market figure, dude, like, that is so sweet. He has
I really like on that his back actor.
For his Oh my God, David Harbour. Yeah, I love him so much. So.
Good actor.
So pick that up. Also, I picked up this week just randomly. I don't collect this line at all, but I was in my Target, wanted to buy a new figure, and the Masterverse had Ninjor. So I love this figure. I love ninjas. I love his armor. I was like, maybe I could do a custom with some Mythic Legions if I don't want to keep him as Ninjor. Comes with some plastic chain nunchucks, which I love. They're not like stiff, which is, like typically they just do molded chains. And I hate when they do that, when anybody does that.
I do too, yeah.
He does come with some extra face plates. I forgot to... Where are the face plates? Oh, they're over here. Let me grab one real quick and show you.
Okay.
I feel like Dr. Evil in my chair when I do that. So you have his head right there. So you have your typical Ninjor. Nope, I grabbed the wrong. That's Superman. My God. All right. But I call this his Zartan mask, but you can clip this in, and he has like an undead looking face, which is kind of odd and kind of weird, and I'll never use it. And then he has this one that I think is really dope. You just they just push right in and stick.
Nice.
And it's kind of like an Oni mask, and I really love that. I think
that is cool.
Dope. So, like I said, I don't collect Masterverse anymore, but I love Ninjor, and this guy looked really cool, so picked him up. No review coming. It's just I just saw him, said, "Hey, I'm gonna buy that and play with it."
Absolutely. Got Kern Ray here.
Oh.
Have not opened yet. Maybe this weekend. We'll see.
Velok Spear and Kern Ray. Kern Ray is the number one figure from that line for me.
Yeah, that coat looks really, really amazing. And you know what? The head, the probe droid head, it's smaller than the glare. It's smaller than I thought. I pictured it being bigger, but it is to scale with the head. For some reason, I thought it was like a bigger. I don't know, but it looks good. Looks good. Definitely, that definitely is the choice. I'm not a big fan of the alternate head. It's okay, but I definitely think this one is the choice. It's a choice, mate.
Sorry, I had to text the electrician.
Oh, sorry. And then I'll just show off Velok to add more salt to the wound here. Ordered these 2 years ago and finally got them. So,
gosh,
thanks, Four Horsemen. Love it. Very excited. Anyone that gets a chance. Sven Guerrera has these. Also, Steve Mank will, and all of your retailers. So check it out. Great figures. Brian is on board. Brian, you need these.
Yeah, Brian said never bought. Oh, it's not working. Never bought a Cosmic, but the mech suit figures are drawing me in. Yeah, I really want to get that Velok Spear and then put like a McFarlane Warhammer head on it and see what happens.
They move really well. They stand really good. Eric's not a soft goods guy, so for him to like, did he take off the jacket of Kern Ray or did he leave it on her? I wonder.
Now, I have to ask you, Greg, because
yes,
just a couple weeks ago in our chat, I remember very distinctly you saying that you were getting out of Cosmics, that you were kind of like not really enamored with them anymore. And but I know that you knew these were coming, but now that you have them, have they reignited your spark and love for Cosmics? Or
I think I will definitely cherry pick more. I was kind of buying anything Cosmic when I first started collecting Cosmics, when the line first started. But now I really like the mech suits, so I think me and Brian will probably be cherry picking on the mech suits, just because they look cool and they move really well. So I mean, I'm not totally out of Cosmics. It just doesn't hold me the way that Mythics does.
Sure.
But these are fun. These are fun. Eric says I totally took off the jacket within seconds, actually. I will buy that jacket if you ever
I was
want
going
to
to say,
sell it.
Eric, I
it's
think so many
phenomenal.
people want those jackets. So
Yeah,
I'm sure you could.
I would buy that for sure. I think it's phenomenal.
But he says, I do recognize that the jacket is artistry in soft goods form. For
it's
sure.
a nice,
Like,
it's got pockets. It's really a nice
it's
jacket.
got places for your keys and chapstick, Aldi quarters.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I love the color on this. It's kind of unusual.
Yeah, it's like a pinkish purplish color.
And I think she's almost as tall or taller than Velok. I was looking at that, and I really want.
So, is it the same body or it's a different?
No,
body?
I think there's limbs that are shorter. I think Eric would probably know more than me. There's pieces that are different. So his Velok has shoulder. He's got shoulder pieces there that actually move. I was watching a review of them. They move up. So I think D Amazing has him. And the loin piece is different. The legs are different. The upper thigh pieces.
Brian says the monkey guy in the mech suit from the Next Wave pushed me over the edge. Yeah.
Yes, that the guy in the white mech suit with the monkey head is very cool looking. So yeah.
Curtis, my wife has a stack of quarters in her car, and if my kids try to touch one of those quarters and run off with it, she will slap their hand. She'd be like, "That's my Aldi quarter. Stop. I need those to go into Aldi."
Why are we talking about quarters? The jacket?
Oh, I said the jacket. That's where you put your keys, your chapstick, and your Aldi quarters.
I was like, quarters?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, quarters?
Do you guys have an Aldi near you?
We do. That's all we shop at is freaking Aldi.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know the Aldi quarter.
I do.
You got to have a quarter to get a
absolutely. I'm one of those that just carries
cart.
this shit. I just carry everything. And she's too cheap to buy bags, so we have to bring our own bags, or I'll bring a box.
Yeah.
Or something.
And they judge you when you walk around. They're like, this fucker here.
They
didn't want to drop a quarter.
They do.
Yeah,
Well,
just to put it
I never
back.
have change. Like my check goes all digital, so I don't have this paper money or.
What's going to happen when the tariffs hit Aldi and you have to put in 2 quarters, to get a client? It's like, I don't know. I'll just stop shopping there. I'm not carrying 2 quarters around.
Right.
Are you kidding me? All right. Last 2 things here for pickups. I got this, as you can tell from the shape of the package. This came from AliExpress. This is the CT Toys knockoff Mafex Batman Hush. And it is absolutely incredible. I've already opened it up, messed around with it. It feels just like playing with a Mafex. I don't know how they get away with it, but I'm glad that they do, because that cost me like $28 shipped.
Absolutely. That's it for me. I have nothing else to show, I don't think.
Okay. Well, I've got one more thing that is not a toy, but brings me joy nonetheless, and that is the Lego Game Boy, the original, and it is roughly the exact same size as the original. I saw somebody do a comparison. It has like little screens, like little lenticular screens that you can move and whatever, and it makes it look like the Nintendo logo is moving downwards. It makes it look like Mario's jumping. You can build Mario and Zelda cartridges. The cartridges actually go into the Game Boy. This is like, dude, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I picked up Ghost of Yotai yesterday, I wanted to start it after this show.
I need that.
If it wasn't for that, yes, please come over and play. My goal is that one day you and I will live close enough to
I would love that.
be able to visit. That is in the works. That's in the
Our
works.
wives would hate us.
Yes.
They're like, where is he? Is he a Marx?
Yeah, exactly. But yes, if it wasn't for Ghost of Yotai, I would probably spend my afternoon building that Game Boy. That's probably what would happen. Let's see here. So we are now through. Let's do our. We got some unboxings to do. Double unboxings. All right. So 2 of my arrivals this week, actually they came last weekend while I was gone, but it is the Mythic Legions Legacies of Mythoss, Urzok and Otho. You're going to be opening Urzok. I am going to be unboxing Otho, which I have already, people will know, already unboxed and reviewed this week on my channel. So I already have him open. Sorry, it's not like a true unboxing. You know what? I don't want to lie. Look, I did open the box there.
Have you reviewed Urzok as well?
No, it's coming. My week has been so incredibly. You even called me out on it. You're like, dude, are you okay? Like you haven't been in the chat much.
Yeah,
my
I was
week
kind of worried about my bro.
Freaking busy. I started the review on Monday for Otho, and I didn't get it finished until Thursday. And I only got up one review this week, and it was of Otho. My week has been bonkers. Oh my God, Curtis. You ever do the exchange in the parking lot where you give someone a quarter and take their cart so they don't have to return it to the rack? If so, there you've traded an Aldi quarter for theirs. I've never done that, but next time I go with my wife, I'll keep a quarter on me and be like, "Hey, my guy," flick them a quarter and then take their cart. Brian says, if you guys need any help moving to the Northeast, I'm available for lifting and carrying. Sir, I may be reaching out to you.
I will be there
sometime next year. Benny Torres is here. Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Man, look at that. I am loving this Otho. Back in June when we did our top 10 figures of the year so far, I put Sir Elisha up there. And I'm kind of thinking that Otho may knock out Sir Elisha.
Oh, man, he's getting bumped.
I think so. This is one of the just absolute most beautiful. I think to me, this is just like the epitome, the absolute epitome of engineering and paint and soft goods and accessories. This is pure perfection, like in figure form. I have no complaints. I love this tunic. Whereas I was like, I don't know if I could see myself buying another Sir Enoch. I could definitely see myself buying a couple more of these guys. 100%.
I've got 3. So
you have 3 already?
I do.
My goodness. If I didn't say thank you, Curtis, for that super chat, thank you.
Thank you, Curtis. Sorry. Thank you, Curtis.
I super appreciate it. I love that we finally get this piece in a different color, like this little, because this is one of my favorite new pieces that we've been getting recently. And I love that it's in gold. I haven't done it yet because I've been really busy painting for Heinrich, but I am going to paint my faceplate gold.
Are you?
That most definitely would happen. The fact that you can do this, for those of you who don't have it yet, the fact that you can take his hairpiece off of the back of his head and put it on his helmet like that is just brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant. The faceplate is removable. You take the top little portion of it off, and I am going to complain here. I don't know why they did this, but we have yet a new back, a different backing than we've gotten before. So now we have 3 different backs.
What do you think they did that for?
We have the one that's like for Sir Gideon Heaven's brand, I think is like L-shaped. And then we have one that's got posts behind the eyes. The posts are behind the mouth. I'm not sure. I don't complain much about Mythic Legions. I don't complain much about the 4 Horsemen. They're wonderful people and they make a quality product. And I love all those people there. I love everybody. But I am going to say I wish all of the faceplates, the backs, I wish they were all universal so they could all be swappable. That's just me.
I wonder if they'll get to that,
pie in the sky. I'm sure you can mod faceplates and make them work. I just don't want to. I don't want to alter their design. But yeah, I love this helmet. Let's go ahead and pop that on. That Urzok body, the armor just looks incredible. Like I can't wait to get into that. It just looks so gorgeous.
Yeah, this figure is phenomenal. I feel like he should have been maybe a brute.
You think so?
I might switch, or I might take my Kurzog figure and put, or is it Warthog? How do you say his name? Warthog. The brute orc.
Oh, yeah.
I might put one of those heads on the head on that body. Right, let me go grab it. Let me grab it and see.
I was gonna say, yeah, I see. Dub said I made Otho a gladiator.
I've seen that. That looks great.
Let me pop this off, pop this on. I've got like a barbarian body here that I think
you do have a barbarian body.
Oh, I know. They sculpted me. They scanned me for the sculpt because I think the skin tones are a pretty good match. But like, here's the legendary barbarian just with Otho's head.
Yeah, nice. That's a great head sculpt too, man. That is so good.
So great. I love that.
You know,
something else that I saw that somebody did this week and I thought was pretty brilliant is they said they thought the shoulder pauldrons were a little bland for a warrior of the stature of Otho. And so I love his simple pauldrons. I like to think of him as like he's just a no frills kind of. Oh, it doesn't work.
It doesn't look right. And it's a different green too.
Yeah. But somebody, I think they modded their shoulder pauldrons with his lion head, and they put the shoulder pauldron on, like the faceplate on the pauldron, and I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of like that right there.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I thought that was pretty dope, and it looks really cool. They're like, so if you have a couple of extras. Let's see. Curtis says, Enoch, Gideon, Otho, all in the same category in terms of quality. Enoch has the most value for the dollar, in my opinion. Yep, I can see that. Nothing to compare to Urzak, though. He's metal AF, 100% for sure. Like
that shield, the shield is, it's like beaten metal. It's like
just hammered to hell.
Hammered, yeah. It's awesome.
As far as weapons go, Otho has this really rockin' metal axe, which I love. This thing is gorgeous. Look at that axe. That thing's a cleaver. And then we do get the new sword. This is the first time we're getting one of these. I believe one comes with Commander Egrain or Captain Egrain. Yeah, she's going to come with one. I think we have somebody else coming with one soon. And then we do get some extra hands. We get this extra head, which is a more simplified head where you can put the faceplate in there. It's also really nice. And then this beautiful shield. Like, I don't want to miss this shield. And then maybe somebody in the chat can answer this. Does anybody know why the inside of the shield is different for the first time? It looks like this. Like they have these little... Is this to help keep the shield kind of stationary when the hand is holding it? Is that why these little tabs are there? Does anybody know? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to.
I love these chest straps. This new belt on the chest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So good. I want to see this more. Sooner than later. It looks really good.
Yeah, absolutely. That I think a lot of people who are not necessarily orc people like flocked to Urzak. I know like in our group, Rob was like, hey, I'm going to get the 2-pack. I'm going to keep Otho. If anybody wants Urzak, let me know. I was like, I'll take him. I love orcs. And then he was like, no, I think I'm going to hang on to him. He's like, I think it looks pretty nice. And I'm like, of course, hey, he looks great. I'll grab one later. It's no big deal. I'd rather you have a new figure, dude.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Orcs were needing some more love, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're getting some updated orc armor, orc parts, orc weapons, all of it. And dude, I even love the other two that were announced last week that we did a quick little reveal of, a little reaction to on last Wednesday night. So the Sir Valgard and the Scaphoid were fantastic.
Great reveals.
I am down for it. When they kind of teased that it'd be a dwarf, like my heart skipped beat for a second. I was like, are we getting like, my guy, Golden Tooth. I thought, we're totally going to get that guy. And I almost freaked out. But I kind of figured that if they did a dwarf first, it would be Jorun, Runeshaper. I thought they would go with him. But Sir Valgard was great. Also, I do want to report that when we went to Jolanta this weekend, my buddy Randall has been out of Mythics now for over a year because he just hasn't been coming to my house and we haven't been hanging out. So I think I haven't rubbed off on him enough to like keep him in Mythics. But we went, I didn't pressure him. He just walked around. He goes, dude, I think I'm going to buy a Mythics today. And I was like, really? Who is catching your eye? and it was the Sir Ignatius re-release, and he bought one from Steve Mink.
Awesome.
And he got a Sir Ignatius. He's like, this armor is just beautiful and gorgeous, and I've never seen anything like it. And I was like, then you what is the female? Is it Gadriel? Is that her name? That's very similar. I was like, you'll probably need to check her out. And there's another character that's coming out in an upcoming wave in Ashes that's kind of like a skeleton angel, right? That's kind of has that pearlescent.
Well, there's the gold skeleton, and then there's Sir Joseph.
Oh, Sir Joseph is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That kind of has that pearlescent armor. It's like you definitely want to keep an eye on those. So.
And there's Sir Upchuck too.
Sir Upchuck.
Yeah.
Upchuck. That's the correct way to say it. All right. Well, if you've got nothing else to say about Urzok there, we might move along. Look at that. Yeah, that's so completely
very spiky and metal, and yeah. I don't know about this. He's got like a cuff piece that we see sometimes on the armor
around the neck.
A neck protector.
It's called a gorget.
Yeah,
protects the neck.
I don't know about it. I'm not sure yet. I might. It's a little soft and floppy.
I love those things because it kind of adds like a little mystique to the character. Like their bottom half of their face is kind of covered a little bit. They just kind of look badass with it. It's like the front scoop on like a cow catcher on a vehicle or something. You know, it's kind of what it reminds me of.
I could see that.
Yeah, this makes him look totally awesome.
It is a rad figure though. I love what they did. Just the mixing of the pieces.
I think Curtis looks like an axe, man. That thing looks cool.
Curtis did an exploded review on both, I think.
Oh, I have to check those out.
Yeah. But yeah, this armor is fantastic. Got a new sword.
Look at that thing. Cleaver, man.
Very cool. Yes.
Pretty dope. Excellent. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move along to our Double Down. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about something this week that kind of, or actually I think I pulled some of these images like 2 weeks ago, and we were going to talk about them. But basically, what spurned this topic was a AI post that I saw on Facebook, and I'm gonna show that. But just wanted to talk a little bit about how, like, when Hasbro as a company sees something work in one of their IPs, you can see that trickle down to their other IPs. So here's a couple of examples. If these look like they're hanging on store shelves, then those pictures were actually taken by me in my local toy stores, Walmart, Target, etc. So like mix mashers. So this is this idea to where like it's a toy aimed at younger kids where it's popping and swapping, right? Which we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
So they try it out in Marvel and they're like, hey, that worked. Let's kick that down to Transformers and make some Transformers and mashers. Let's kick that down to Star Wars, do some Star Wars mix mashers. You can see how they just trickle down. And then they, these budget figures, these like 3 3/4 inch 5 POA figures, you can see how they say, oh, it worked in Marvel. Let's see if we can make that work in Star Wars. Same thing with these 3 3/4 inch multi-packs. Let's see if that works in Star Wars. It worked in Marvel. The big 12-inch like cheap 5 POA figures that are like, oh, it worked in Marvel. Let's see how that works in Star Wars. And then, oh, retro cards work great with Star Wars. Let's see how that works in G.I. Joe. And how does that work in Transformers? And how does that work with Marvel? Because Marvel, they do retro cards in Marvel as well. So you can definitely see where they take an idea that works in one line and they apply it to others. So Mark, what in the world are you talking about? I saw this post a couple weeks ago on Facebook by Chris Epps that said, why can't we get figures in the Black Series, Maximum Series, like Marvel Legends is doing? This would be perfect for characters like Jedi that have robe and multiple hand options. Obi-Wan pictured as an AI based off the upcoming Deadpool, obviously, but it could be something similar. So this guy took the idea of the upcoming Maximum Series Deadpool, and this is like what you get in that build out in that pack. and he did a little AI, and this is what he came up with. And I got to tell you, when I saw this, I was like, this dude has hit on it. Like, first of all, you can tell it's AI. Look right here. Like, he comes with some freaking pistols, like some 45s.
I just saw
like,
that. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I
comes
miss
with
something?
a knife, and then R2 doesn't have a head. But listen, this is AI. AI doesn't always get it right, but it mostly got this right. And I got to thinking, this is precisely what I want. Like, go ahead and move this on to Black Series and bring this down to another line. They kind of already do this with G.I. Joe when they do like a big deluxe release, like, you know, Scorpion here, right? Like, this is basically their maximum series for G.I. Joe figures. Some figures get a deluxe release, be it Heavy Duty or be it like Law and Order. You know, sometimes we'll get a figure that they're like, well, they got to come with this animal, and they come, let's pack it out and give it a lot of extra stuff with it. But when the Black Series kicked off, you know, 10 years ago or whatever, they were coming with extra heads. They were coming with extra hands. And then quickly that petered out because they were like, let's offer the least amount and charge the most. But we see how they do this. Hasbro will take something that works successfully in one line and move it to another. And I want this. I don't know what they could call it. You know, it's not going to be called like Maximum Series, clearly, unless they want to brand it across like Mix Mashers. They're all called Mix Mashers. So maybe they do apply it and call this. What happened here? Why are you hiding? You playing peekaboo?
I'm back. I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Okay. But I definitely want this. So my question to you is, Greg, kind of twofold. One, would you be open to paying like $50 or so for a Maximum Series Star Wars Black Series character? And if so, what figures would you like to see? Like, we've only seen 3 releases so far, but they clearly are some of what Marvel believes to be their heavy hitters: Spider-Man, Hulk, and Deadpool. The fact that Iron Man or Wolverine, the fact that Wolverine wasn't number 2, it still blows me away. But anyway, what do you think?
I think that Hasbro did try to do some deluxe Star Wars figures before they did what's Forrest Whitaker's character,
Saul Guerrero.
Yeah, like they did a few figures that were like 34, 35, $40.
They've done some deluxe releases. Yeah, I mean, some very recently. Yeah.
I don't think they picked the right characters. They need to do like an elite kind of series that's got, you know, the tried and true figures that we really want, that would really have some great shelf presence and set themselves above the regular Black Series. I think if they do something like this, because I think they've lost a lot of Black Series fans by doing the same thing over and over again, or doing a lot of obsolete characters that some of us don't really care about, or not giving us anything and raising the price. So I think if they did something like this, I would be on board for it. Like, I love the different looks for the Obi-Wan. If they did something like that, multiple hands, different lightsabers, more options, more looks for the figure. I would love to see. I'm a huge Darth Vader fan. So to see like maybe battle damaged parts on Vader, different looks.
I think Vader is your number 1 figure right out the gate. 100% for sure. Like, absolutely. Vader with a perfect helmet, and then Vader with a scarred helmet, and then Vader with a busted helmet, and you can see Anakin underneath. Vader's helmet that comes apart, and you can see the old Anakin, like Sebastian Shaw Anakin, and then one where you can take it apart and see Hayden Christensen, depending on which era you want to show.
Cool.
Yeah,
you
right.
Know,
like
it's like
electrified skull helmet, you know, electrified parts, battle damaged chest,
throw
battle
it all
arm.
in.
Yeah,
give me
everything.
All the options. Farm Boy Luke would be another one that I would buy. Love a good Farm Boy Luke. So I don't know. I mean, it would get my attention. It might get me back into collecting Black Series. I don't mind paying more if you get what you know, if you get all these different options. The Maximum Spider-Man, I thought was kind of a crazy price for what they were asking.
Mhm.
It is a great figure. It's a lot of fun, comes with a lot of stuff and accessories, but I don't think it was worth $50. Um, this one, at least we've got some soft goods here, so I could see how it would be more. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on the figure.
I do want to bring up the fact before anybody in the chat brings it up, because I know somebody's probably going to, is that Hasbro did try this once with the Black Series. Many years ago, they tried a line within the Black Series. It was called the Black Series Hyper Real. If you remember, there was a Luke and there was a Vader, and they were a little bit taller. They had like metal armature bodies inside underneath rubber suits. And they come in a little larger package. I want to say that they were both like $80 each. I remember buying both of them, and it just faltered. Like nobody else like came out. They never like the line. They just quietly like took the line off. I just want to ask everybody in the chat: is the stream still going on for everybody? Is the chat still? Is everything still going on? Because I see the last chat that we had was at 12, and it's 12:16. And not that nobody's not talking. I just want to make sure that everything's okay on the YouTube side of things. So it's been about 15 minutes without a chat. I just want to make sure that it's still live. And
I think also, just to throw in one more thing, I think the property, it might be fatigued. You know what I mean? I love Star Wars. That's one of my all-time favorite properties of all time. But maybe there's some fatigue there. Maybe people, don't want to see Star Wars anymore, or as much, or as often. So
it's definitely Star Wars is now so broad. There's now so many different Star Warses out there, like I don't know how you could possibly successfully make every Star Wars fan happy with every release. And they're not going to, but like starting off the Maximum series, Black Series here with like a Darth Vader, I think is a very safe choice. He clearly is one of the most popular characters of all time. Definitely an Obi-Wan that shows like the different eras of Obi-Wan, maybe like a young, a middle, and older would be great. Darth Maul, I think, is another safe choice. They could do like regular soft good legs. They could do robotic legs.
Han Solo.
There's a lot they could do there. But then you have to jump in there for like the new audiences, maybe the Mandalorian. Do you do an Andor? Do you do a Clone Wars style that's in the Clone Wars style of animation sculpt? Like there's so many different ways to get into Star Wars. Like what would this lineup look like? Because you're gonna want to try to capitalize on like your most popular versions of these characters, these definitive versions. Also, when I saw this Khmer in my Walmart, they also had the new version of Obi-Wan and Anakin, which are the same versions that came in the deluxe San Diego Comic-Con version, just without all the extra accessories and hands and price. So I thought that was really cool to see how quickly they did get that out. But yeah, was very excited to see that. So yeah, I think this would be a hit. I definitely would be into it. I think you are correct. I think Black Series has hit a lull. I'm not nearly as excited. I even said that at the beginning. I'm now cherry picking. I went from buying every single release to buying most releases to now I'm only buying a few because it's just like the quality is going down. What we're getting is going down, and the price, as we just saw this last week, has now been raised to $27.99, and it's just not there. The price for what you're getting is not there. So they need to do something like this where they can charge more, and then they can also give us more and then re-excite us about this line for sure.
There is comments. I don't know if you're seeing them, but people are commenting.
Okay, well, good. As long as the episode's running smoothly, that's all I care about. I don't see any comments anymore. Like the last one I saw was from Curtis at 12 o'clock. So I don't know why I'm not seeing any. If you see any comments you want to respond to, please make sure you're responding to them. I'm not seeing them. They're not coming through on my side of stuff.
Omar says, I think unfortunately for Star Wars, and especially the Black Series, is that there's only so many times you can make the same character over and over.
Yep. Agreed.
And he says biggest negative of the Black Series: increasing prices, lowering accessories, reusing so many parts, and so many of the same characters.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with
Yeah.
all
Curtis
of that.
says TMNT proves that you can put out the same characters over and over in different ways, and people will buy them, but they have to feel like they are getting value for their dollar. And Dave Orkin says $27.99 for a Black Series.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah, 100%. Kamir here is a kind of an outlier, that we're getting an extra head. Like that just doesn't happen anymore. But
Right.
unfortunately, they had to do that with this character to put this character out. But I'm just happy we have this character because this guy did not come out in the Acolyte wave. And then that show got canceled. And I thought they can't possibly end this line without giving us Kamir or the Jedi. What was the Wookiee Jedi didn't come out in that first initial wave of figures either, you know, and now all those figures are at Ross and Ollie's, right? And then we finally got the Jedi Wookiee. I even bought him on clearance. I got him for $11. Yeah, I didn't buy him for 33.
We were afraid that the stranger wasn't even going to show up, or that
and we thought, yeah, like you can't do this show without doing this. And so I'm glad we even got that character, which is why I bought it. It's why I pre-ordered it, because I wanted to show Hasbro that, like, yes, we do want a few more figures from that show before you wrap it up and say goodbye to it forever. Yeah. So yeah, I am down for this. I'm not sure I would buy every release, but I definitely would do this. And I hope, much like the other products that Hasbro has trickled down between their different lines, that one day we do get a Maximum Series Black Series line. I think we need some reinvigoration into this wave. And maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
We will see.
Okay. With the chats, did I miss any super chats that came in or anything? If
No.
so, I just want to make sure that everybody gets recognized who did so.
Nope.
Okay. Well, dude, I think that's going to about do it for this show, unless you have anything else.
No, I just want to thank everyone for being here in the morning with us in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to you for being a great host. I appreciate it. Legion's Con is 5 weeks away, so I will see your handsome face very soon. And everyone, I hope that everyone is able to make it that can.
Yep.
Can't wait for that. Biggest party.
My budget is still at $0. I have to spend some time today and tomorrow figuring some stuff out. Like I've been collecting and kind of gathering up stuff that I'm ready to sell, and I just got to get it taken pictures of and like get it up on eBay and like start producing that money, because as of right now I'm still at zero. We thought that we were going to be leaving early on Sunday, but to head out on our road trip. But my wife and I have spent this past week planning out our trip afterwards. We are going to be staying through Sunday night, leaving Monday morning. And then we're going to be on a road trip through upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, then circling back down to Newark to fly out the week after. So we're going to be up there for a week. We're going to be with you guys up until Monday morning, and then just being on a little tour. We are going to go to Tarrytown, New York, which I'm very much looking forward to.
I think I've heard of that.
That's where Washington Irving is from, and that is the home place of the Headless Horseman. That is where
okay, because I think Eric Miller went not last year.
Sleepy Hollow is,
and I want to check that
the schoolhouse. It's all there. The little church.
That's awesome.
It's all there. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
I didn't know that was the name of it. Tarrytown.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, they call it Sleepy Hollow, but its actual name is like Tarrytown or whatever. But yep, it's going to be a fun trip. So yeah, man. The crazy thing is we're going to be on this massive road trip, like literally the week after Legion's Con, and I literally cannot stop at toy stores. So I mean, like I won't be able to shop, right? Because I would just literally would have blown all of my money at Legion's Con. So that's gonna suck, you know, like stopping and going into a Target and there's a bunch of stuff here I want to buy, and you know you can't. But yeah. Anyway, let's see what's coming out. Oh, next week you're getting married next Saturday. Congratulations.
Yeah. This time I will be a married man.
Yeah, man, that'll be awesome. I'll have a guest host that's going to come in and help me. A guest host that I don't think I've ever had before, so that'll be kind of fun. He's going to help me hold it down while you're tying it down. And yeah, it's going to be a fun week, and then we'll get back to it.
Eric Miller says Terrytown is so cool. He says you can stand in the square and look around and visualize the whole story. So
yeah,
I need to check that out. How far is that from Legion's Con? You know,
from Whippany, I want to say that Terrytown is only like a.
Thanks.
I want to say it's like an hour and 45, 2 hour drive north.
I love New York State. I think I love it.
Yeah, that's it's one of the states that we're looking at potentially moving to. We're going to be looking at New York State, New Hampshire, Vermont, places like that.
Yeah, very
that's
pretty.
Where we're looking.
Nice areas. People are saying congrats. Andy says, that's you'll find all kinds of great stuff on the road. When you don't have money is when you find all the stuff. Yep.
I'll just reach in my back seat and like grab a Velox spear and like open him up and be like, there you go. Enjoy that.
Yes, there you go. Exactly.
Just enjoy what I bought at the show.
Exactly. And Curtis is saying about Mezco. Once I get the Mezco turtles, I never need another turtle. Those mighty ones look great. I bought just one, and it is phenomenal. I don't know if anyone else has the Mezco turtles, but I have Raph, my favorite, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need any other Raphs after that. Really great figure.
Exactly.
So thank you guys for your wishes, and I will catch you guys next Saturday, and I hope you have a great show this coming Saturday.
Yeah, we need to plan another triple joining with Curtis, and I also need to go ahead and plan the next episode of The Tribe. We did get some updates this week on AWOC, some disappointing updates, but some updates nonetheless. And then also, you guys please check out my podcast that I do with my local buddy Scott. He's here in town. We actually recorded this episode in my living room. We had a bunch of toys laid out to check out. This episode is I believe this is episode 7, and we just recorded it. 6 is up right now. And then episode 7 is all about vehicles and playsets that we had as kids,
and it's called
how they're across the Toyverse.
Toyverse, okay.
See, it's you can find it right here on YouTube. Just click on our channel, go up to podcast. There you have it. There's a playlist. And then the other thing is that Jeff, who is typically in our chat, is helping us get that pushed over to all the other podcast platforms. He's going to be posting it to Apple, iTunes, the Google Play Store, Spotify. So he's helping us get that up on all the other. So soon, hopefully, by the time episode 7 goes up, you should be able to find it wherever fine podcasts are distributed.
Nice.
So thank you guys in the chat. Sorry I can't see anything past 12 o'clock. I hate that. I apologize. And we will see you next week. So